Welcome to another Tempo Storm Meta Snapshot breakdown. The latest balance patch was the answer to the mini-sets decks that got out of line. Multiple classes found themselves in the crosshair. The main target of these nerfs was Paladin, with changes that knocked its best deck down a couple of notches. Other classes, such as Demon Hunter, were also hit quite hard, with one of Illidan's strongest cards, Lady Steno, getting nerfed substantially. The result of all of these changes is a meta with a really weak Tier 1 featuring only one deck. Enrage Warrior occupies that slot with a matchup spread that showcases its consistency. Your best matchup is against Outcast Demon Hunter, especially following the nerf to Lady Steno. But you'll find yourself struggling against Control Priests, as they can often stall out your game plan long enough to ruin your day. Miracle Rogue clocks in at the top of Tier 2 with only a few outliers dotting its matchup spread. The deck has quite a few flex slots, allowing players to customize the deck for their needs and matchups. Just don't run into Control Priest. There aren't any tech substitutions that help here. Speaking of which, Control Priest follows Miracle Rogue in Tier 2, serving as the reliable answer to a lot of the historical top meta decks. Control Priest does what you'd expect it to, playing to stall the game out, controlling the board, and choking out the opponent's resources. With an incredibly positive matchup against Enrage Warrior, Miracle Rogue, and Big Druid, the deck is a meta buster. The next deck making a name for itself in Tier 2 is Outcast Demon Hunter, which suffered after the nerf to Lady Steno, but remains a contender on ladder. All it had to do was abandon the Steno game plan. The new composition of the deck works wonders against Big Druid, but struggles against Enrage Warrior. Big Druid occupies the third slot in Tier 2, boasting a new build with various undead synergies. The heavy nerf to Pure Paladin, one of its worst matchups, helped this deck out tremendously. This archetype can be a ton of fun to play, allowing players to cheat out threats way earlier than opponents expect. Just don't run into any removal heavy archetypes like Control Priest. And that concludes this Meta Snapshot breakdown. The Hearthstone meta is constantly changing thanks to new cards and balance changes, and we're happy to bring you all of the updates. We will see you next time.